Hi guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about something that's going to be a little bit like triggering if you have like mental health issues or an eating disorder. So we're covering eating disorders and obviously mental health and abuse and things like that in this video. So if you're, obviously it's fine if you can't watch this video. Go take care of yourself first. That's all I want for you to do. So I want to talk about Eugenia Cooney. If you don't know who Eugenia Cooney is, she's an American YouTuber who does fashion and cosplay. I mean, I do cosplay, so that's kind of how I found her. Unfortunately, Eugenia Cooney has a condition called anorexia nervosa, and this condition affects you mentally and physically. It's you want to lose weight, you don't feel like you're skinny enough, or like, obviously I'm gonna make some mistakes. If I worded any of this wrong, please correct me. I'm not trying to offend anyone, so please just educate me if I get anything wrong. I believe she's 27. She lives with her mum, nothing wrong with that. And her dad, I think, I'm not sure, but she lives with her parents, and the general consensus is Eugenia acts like a child. There's a lot of like fetish content, and obviously I'm a teenager, so this is coming from a teenager's perspective that struggles with like weight and mental health. So throwing that out there, this is my opinions as a teenager that has mental health and like body dysmorphia and dysphoria, because I'm trans, but let's leave that out. But dysmorphia. So I've seen with Eugenia is she's very much in denial. Like, you can't get any more in denial than, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong. There's obviously something wrong, and she's refusing to accept it. Now, a few months ago, she, from the time of recording a few months ago, there was a whole scandal where she had a breakdown on stream because people were accusing her of wearing a diaper.
Leave me alone! I'm just gonna end stream, like literally, I'm done. I'm like not streaming. Like, this is literally so stupid. I'll come back another day. I'm not coming back today because this is like the dumbest thing ever.
Now, there has been, the symptoms of when you're anorexic, your body can't, if you're severely anorexic, your body can't really keep in stuff like that, like bodily functions will just happen. So people were like, oh, she's so incredibly skinny, surely she's wearing a diaper. And Eugenia got really, really defensive. So, like, no one wants to be accused of wearing a diaper, but, like, she's clearly in denial of, of herself. But anyway, on to my main point. Eugenia's YouTube channel focuses on fashion. And there was a video called, I think it was winter outfits or new clothing haul or something, but it was for winter. And half of these clothes were crop tops, and you can see, so right now I'm looking at the camera, this is my phone, I'm looking at my phone camera, and right now I'm looking at myself in the thing. Like, there's clearly a difference, like I'm looking at you, I'm looking at me, I'm looking at you, I'm looking in the mirror now, but that's completely out of context, you can see me. She, for the entire video, is like half naked. Obviously there's nothing wrong with showing off skin, but she's half naked, pretty much, in winter clothes, in the crop tops. And obviously it's warmer in America than it is in the UK, but she's like this the entire time, looking at herself in the viewfinder, half naked. And if you look at her thumbnail, she's clearly body checking, so she knows she's anorexic. She's not completely clueless, but for her not to be age restricted, in my opinion, is fucking ludicrous. Like, obviously, I struggle with weight. I put on a lot of weight, and that's really mentally straining to me. And I'm trying to, I go through patches of not wanting to eat and stuff like that. It's quite difficult on me. Without making this about myself, Eugenia's thumbnails, if someone who was a recovering anorexic or a child sees this woman, it's, oh my god, she's so skinny. She wants to be like her, and Eugenia is endorsing this, and she has brands supporting her. Somehow, Eugenia has sponsors, and that completely baffles me, considering the content she puts out. It's innocent. It's her half naked. You can see her skin's stretching, it's blue, you can see all her veins, you can see her rib cage, you can see everything. So for her to be, still on YouTube and monetized and not restricted scares me, because there's kids out there, there's kids my age, there's me, there's people like me that struggle with body issues, and if they're into things like fashion and cosplay and they come across Eugenia, this could cause a massive relapse, possibly deaths, you know, self-harm. It's horrible. And Eugenia says, oh, well, I'm not responsible for this. But you are. If you could detail a recovery, we know it's hard to recover if you're anorexic, but if you could detail some sort of recovery process, or clearly state that you're not endorsing it, or you shouldn't be watching it if you're a kid, that'd be okay. But the fact is that Eugenia is a 27-year-old woman. She's not a child. She knows what she's doing. And there are kids on YouTube. It may say you have to be 13 to make an account. But I was watching YouTube when I was like 7. Like, I had my own account when I was like 7. All you gotta do is change the date and say you're 18. And it wouldn't be that difficult for Eugenia to, you know, maybe take a break. You know, she has had a 5150. I think that's what it's called. It's where you get put into rehab, and she came out looking so much better. She was wearing the, you know, jackets covering her. She seemed to be putting on a healthy amount of weight, recovering, and then something happened and she's relapsed, obviously. But you know, it's not healthy. It's scary. I'm scared for this woman. Like, I've seen a lot of comments on her videos being like, it's like watching Black Mirror. Like, we're gonna see a documentary in a few years saying how YouTube aided the death of Eugenia Cooney. No one understands that until she gets help, she's going to be recording herself like this until she physically cannot stand up. And the biggest problem with her videos for me is her makeup videos. Because right now, you're looking at me, I'm talking to you head on. I'm sat down in my chair and this is my head height. Eugenia does this, but my biggest problem is when she's doing her makeup. If I was to do my makeup in a video, I'm a cosplayer, so, you know, makeup, I would be like this. What Eugenia does, I don't want to move my tripod, but she angles the camera down like this, and she wears really low cut tops so you can see her bones, and she's like, oh yeah, and as you can see, I'm doing my eyeshadow. It's clearly not about the makeup, it's about showing off the body. And that makes me so upset for her, because clearly she needs help and she just needs someone to help her find this help and get out of denial and get out of this horrible battle. But it's not healthy. Clearly it's not healthy, and it's not helping the youth on this, you know, the fashion industry, as toxic as it is, it's screwed enough. And you can see Eugenia running out of breath in her videos. She cuts every few seconds. Every word she cuts. And it's not something you notice watching passively, but if you're watching actively and really paying attention, you can see that there's something horribly wrong. And in her thumbnails, she's posing like, you know, like this. And that's horrifying to me, because there are these young kids on the platform. Yeah, I just wanted to give my opinion as, you know, a teen with issues like this. I'm clearly her target demographic. Obviously not a trans dude. Part-time cosplay, part-time YouTube, part-time homeschooling, but like, clearly Eugenia needs help, and this is not me attacking Eugenia. Clearly she's sick, and I really hope she can find the help that she really needs before obviously it's too late, because it's bound to happen if she doesn't get help. We've heard countless stories in the media of people doing this and obviously not surviving, but I just really hope Eugenia can get the help she needs and, you know, recover and be okay, you know, and start posting videos, you know, normally. And yeah, that's all I really want to say. I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, and originally I was going to make it more documentary style, but there's a lot of those out there and I didn't want to add to it, so I wanted to add to, I haven't seen, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen another teenager with body issues looking at this. And looking at Eugenia is incredibly triggering for me, because there is a part of me that's like, oh my god, I wish I looked like that. And that's incredibly unhealthy, and I'm aware of that. And I'm aware of how unhealthy that is. And my brain is like, yeah, but like, she's skinny, and I want to be skinny, but I'm not, and I'm trying. But it's think about the kids that don't have the power enough to have this sort of mentality of, I know it's not healthy. There's some kids that think, yeah, nothing wrong with that, let's go. But Eugenia, obviously, if you're watching, you're probably not. You hear it a lot. You hear it enough. I'm not going to say get help, because you hear that enough. I just wanted to say that if you do, you know, get put in rehabilitation, we'll all still be here for you when you get back. And I hope that you can come out of this mentally and physically a lot stronger than you clearly are now. But yeah, that was my little, you know, thing on Eugenia Cooney. If you want a part 2 to this, give me a thumbs up. I'll do more documentary style, I guess. Or I'll cover her mother. If you guys want a video of me covering my opinions of her mother, that'd be awesome. But yeah, you know, obviously, please don't check out Eugenia's channel if you've got these kind of issues. I hope I haven't triggered anyone. If I've got anything wrong, please let me know in the comments. I am trying to be as incredibly educated as I can for someone of my age. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want more content, different content, let me know. Thanks. Bye.